Welcome to Whiskey Ace. I'm your host, Mike Gill. Bore da! That's good morning in Welsh. Not bad for an Englishman. So there's the clue. We're going to talk about Penderyn. Penderyn is the only Welsh single malt whiskey, and it's the only one that's been produced in Wales in over a century. Actually, it's shaken up the whiskey world with lots of gold medals in the last couple of years, and just goes with the theme of how single malt whiskey is becoming so exciting, because after Scotland and some new distilleries actually not too long ago in Scotland, we had Ireland doing a single malt, which they traditionally hadn't done, Japan, India, Tasmania, Canada, USA. Wow, it's great. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Penderyn today, and imagine King Arthur's land, the Breton Hills where the distillery is, beautiful national park. So built and ready in the year 2000, first sales in 2004. And if you remember the last video, I talked quite a bit about age statement, and that's what I want to talk about today, and particularly that Penderyn, in my eyes, have been really, really clever. Now, I don't know what their tactics were for the expression they released. I do know that I think it's very, very smart, and I'm going to hopefully show you how they've done it. So, if we have a look, if we think there's no age statement on Penderyn, here's the fantastic bottle. I mean, wow, that's dynamic, right? Here is Old Putney Scottish single malt whiskey, 8 years old. If you look at the colour, it's very kind of sort of straw kind of colour, quite light, very light. Pretty much the same age, Penderyn. I'll put them up side by side. There's a difference. It's certainly got more copper tones, golden, far more golden than this one. And that's because the crafty buggers in Wales, in my opinion, did use the traditional bourbon cask, matured for, I'm going to guess, around 7, 8 years. But then they finished it for 1 year in a Madeira cask, Madeira sherry. If you've never had Madeira, it's a very strong sherry, quite nice. And what that's done, I mean, they're not doing it for colour, obviously. What it's done is it's given it so much structure. It's not, if you take a 8-year-old just bourbon, you'll find it to be a little bit too light and lacking in character. This has got tons of body. And let's just have a, oh, beautiful on the nose. We're getting raisins, we're getting dried fruit. I'll have a wee taste. A little tiny drop of speck of water. Open it up. A little bit of that. See, now what you're getting now is that you get a little bit of the vanilla coming through. The vanilla, if you've seen my videos, vanilla is the first thing you pick up on whiskey spending time in a bourbon cask. You know, the charred bourbon casks first fill from Kentucky. You will get vanilla on most bourbon cask, and then the sherry, the Madeira, is giving raisins sultanas. The dried fruit that I got on the nose is now actually a little bit more like tropical fruits. A touch of spice, and that's the characteristics of sherry. A really, really nice dram. And this is what you need to watch out for with the young distilleries. There are ways now to produce a single malt whiskey under 10 years old that is exceptionally good. Wales isn't the coldest place in the world. It's probably a little bit warmer than Scotland. So it's going to mature faster, possibly a year faster than, say, some of them up in the Highlands in Speyside, which is another advantage. But I honestly have to say, job well done for finishing this in Madeira, and I can't wait till it's over 10 years old and it'll keep on winning gold medals. So until next time, thanks a lot. Bye.